All right, in today's video, we are gonna talk about where the contents of these two toolboxes, which are now mostly empty, ended up. And that is in this, which is one of the coolest things I've ever bought. I did a video on this truck about 8 months ago, and I've added two things, actually three things to it. I did a video on this vise, super useful. I've added this toolbox, and then I added this one. So let's go and start with this one down here. This is just full of hardware. Not too much to see in there, but inside these, I have an assortment of standard hardware. So this is the smaller nuts. Sorry, smaller bolts there. There's the larger bolts, and then all the nuts and washers for all of those. So in this bottom one, underneath I have a bunch of material. So there's some angle iron down there, there's some aluminum, there's all sorts of stuff. This is assorted other hardware, so some self-tappers, some little snap rings in metric, grease fittings, more snap rings in standard, set screws, pins, all sorts of stuff. So there you can see there's some tubing, some square tube, all sorts of stuff like that. And then I have just some regular construction screws. These are pretty good. They're made by Simpson, and they're weatherproof and stuff like that. So that's that cabinet. Okay, this vise, I did a video on it. It's pretty self-explanatory. Okay, now the fun stuff, which is, this is a Montezuma toolbox, and it is pretty nice. So in here, I have my standard wrenches up to, I believe, 1 inch. My metric wrenches up to 25 millimeters, down to 6 millimeters. Yep, there's a 6 millimeter Craftsman, I think is what that is. Nope, not even a Craftsman, something else. And then this goes down to 1/4 inch Pittsburgh, which is decent enough. So I have duplicates of some of the more common ones. Eventually, I'd kind of like to get a duplicate of everything up to 1 1/8 inch. I have deep sockets for the impact, so up to 1 1/4 inch down to 7/16, and then up to, I believe, 24 millimeter down to 8 millimeter. So those are in my deep impact. And then I have deep 3/8 drive in here, 19 millimeter, 7/8. I could continue to expand this a little bit, but there's our 9 millimeter, so it looks like I need an 8, down to my 7/16. Shallow 3/8 drive up to 22, up to 7/8, down to 5/16 in that one, and 10 millimeter in that one. So as you can see, it's kind of a little bit random. I need to go and buy those individual sockets, which I actually did right here. So with this set, I went down and bought this 14 millimeter and 1/4 drive because my Craftsman only went up to 13. Filled in some other gaps in here, so I believe one of these is brand new. This one is, nope. One of these is brand new in here. And then 1/4 inch drive, deep sockets. So this is the Harbor Freight Quinn set, which I'm pretty happy with, actually. So I really like those. I like that they're colored. So as you can see, the standard is red, the metric is blue. So they're easier to keep track of. A lot of the time when I'm working on stuff and I'm I use, probably the number one size I use is this 7/16. It seems like everything I work on is a 1/4 20, and so it's a 7/16. I'm going for this socket because then I don't have to put an extension on it. I'm going for this Matco. I believe that's a Matco. Yep. This Matco 1/4 inch drive, which is probably the nicest tool I own as far as hand tools go. So there's the sockets as well as the box end wrenches. There's some other assorted weird stuff like these double squares, so you can use those on square headed bolts, which I've yet to even need, but these were given to me, and so I figured I'd stick those in here. Underneath this opens up, and I have my long handled tools here. So I've got some hammers, 3-pound sledgehammer, brass knocker, some kind of chintzy hex wrench sets. I'm eventually going to replace those with the Bondus, complete Bondus sets. Should probably put a Torx set in here, but for now this has been working okay. And pipe wrenches of various size, 3/4 drive breaker bar, because I do actually have some 3/4 drive sockets, but those weren't going to fit in the rack, and that's okay because I probably only use those about once a year. So some other stuff, there's a feeler gauge in there, torque wrench from Harbor Freight, various other wrenches, chainsaw file, and picks. So a little pin bar. These are super useful, one of my favorites. Really good for prying on stuff, really good for lining up bolt holes when you're craning something on or something like that and you need to just get something in it to hold it still. Okay, I have my Torx 1/2-inch drive. I will say, of all the things that are nice about this, the one thing that isn't great is when you have a square drive to something else that isn't an open socket like this. They don't fit, so they have to stay on their rack here, which is okay because this is about all I have as far as that goes. But got my DeWalt. This is a atomic, so it's actually smaller, but it is a 1/2-inch drive. I didn't do a ton of really big stuff, and if I do need to break something loose, that's why I have various breaker bars in here. So I have a 1/2-inch breaker bar. This one's kind of cool. It's just a nicely made one. I don't recognize that brand, but it feels nice is why I put this one in here. Like it's just a nice tool to use. Then I have, 3/4-inch drive stuff that I can use to, you can reduce it down, and if you need to really put a long pipe on something or whatever to break it loose, you can, set up your 1/2-inch drive socket with a 3/4-inch breaker bar. So that's how I kind of get away with not having a big impact gun. Eventually I would like to get a bigger gun, because this only goes up to, it's probably about half of what a really good sized cordless one will do, but it's good enough for the stuff I do. It'll break lug nuts loose, like 150 foot-pound lug nuts. It'll break those loose. But keep this in here, little plumber's level. So screwdrivers up top, really nice organization of screwdrivers. Really nice organization of all of my different extensions. So there's some redundancy in here, but extensions break, so it's nice to have, end up with, I'd rather have 2 extensions that are in the way rather than break one when I'm out in the middle of nowhere and not have the right size. So there's that. I have all the sizes of ratchets here that I need, so it's a nice Craftsman that was given to me by my grandpa as well. That's where a lot of these sockets came from him. So these older Craftsman ones. Some kind of weird stuff like this flexible one. I rarely use this. It just doesn't feel that nice, but sometimes you need it. Another one here. Also doesn't feel that nice, but it works. It's the one I use for 3/8 most of the time. It's Harbor Freight, just to have a redundant quarter drive socket. It's also, what, maybe an inch longer than that other quarter drive, so that's nice. So a little bit of redundancy here and there, but you never know when you're going to need the same thing twice. So that's why eventually I would like to get these wrenches fully redundant, because a lot of the time you'll find yourself with like a lock nut setup where there's two jam nuts together and you need 2 wrenches. So another thing I've got in here is crescent wrenches. Got 2 of those. I used to have, I don't know where it is, I used to have the, I believe it was like an 8-inch one of these. These are really nice, actually. So it's a Husky. They still sell this set at Home Depot, and they just feel nice, and they actually kind of hold up pretty well, and they're kind of middle of the road pricing as far as that goes. They're not as cheap as Harbor Freight, but you get a little bit nicer feeling wrench than what you're going to get at Harbor Freight. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you go out and buy a toolbox that is actually organized rather than having wrenches in a box. So have a good one.